So, my name is Christine Allum. I am a planner by profession, but I work for the Canadian Automobile Association as a researcher in their government relations department. I'm here working on the Vaughan Metropolitan Centre. Herberbia is our challenge. And so we're looking at the connectivity and possibilities of connecting community hubs within Vaughan as well as in York Region to the VMC, which will have a subway stop as well as multiple entrances, and trying to maintain that vitality of streetscapes and city life, even though despite the car culture that exists and large blocks and systems there.
And how do you wrap your head around such a challenge? Like, obviously there are many issues that you just alluded to, so what's that process like?
It's a lot of brainstorming, a lot of collaborative work with the different perspectives coming from different people who live in different parts of the city and have different experiences to build on from different parts of the world, who have examples of places where they have been able to overcome those barriers and challenges, and putting those all together into one big cohesive project.
So what are some of the solutions? I know it's early stages, but what are some of the opportunities, let's say, that you guys have noticed in the challenge?
The specific challenge had a lot of opportunities for connections. It's a big area, a lot of land, a lot of underutilized land at the moment, undeveloped. So there was a lot of freedom in terms of where we could put things and where a lot of possibilities existed. So we found a few places where road networks didn't exist, pathways, environmental systems, creeks and rivers that really created assets that weren't being utilized yet.
And tell us a bit about the team dynamic. How's that experience been for you?
A lot of fun. Surprisingly, we haven't had any major conflicts that needed to be intervened, or so we haven't had anyone having to come in and rush and segregate us or take care of a fight. We've worked really well together. We've had a couple of really strong leaders who have kind of managed to redirect the team when we needed it, or refocus us when someone's going off on a tangent. So it's been really good that way.
Let's move to the next question.
All right, well, I'm Diana Birchall. I'm Director of Policy Planning and Urban Design for the City of Vaughan.
And what are we doing here this weekend? Can you break it down for us?
We're doing a design charrette, I've been participating as an advisor on the Herberbia team, which is looking at the Vaughan Metropolitan Centre and the arrival of the extension of the Spadina subway station to the Vaughan Metropolitan Centre, along with a number of other transportation pieces of infrastructure, and the creation of a new downtown for the City of Vaughan.
Now, out of all the 10 challenges here, this is probably, the only one really rooted in a plan that's actually going to happen. We know the subway's actually going there, and it's a very real plan, unlike a lot of the other ones which have this sort of 2040 scenario. This really has a scenario of 2015. So how is the team, in your opinion, have been able to wrap their heads around that?
The study. Sorry, I know you're going to cut out this. The subway is going to be arriving in 2015, and that is the subway is going to be arriving in 2015, as you say, and it's what we need to ensure is that there is a level of urbanity as well as the pieces of infrastructure in place on opening day, those being the subway station entrances, the bus rapid transit, the accommodation of the buses and passenger pickup and drop off. All of those practical aspects have to arrive at a place that has a great public realm, and this team has been addressing that. In a way, what they've been doing is taking the Vaughan Metropolitan Centre plan to the next level. They've been looking at it from the point of view of building program and more detailed public open space, which I think is absolutely necessary and something that we as a city need to be and will be doing in the next little while, so that we can guide the creation and the construction of that open space, as well as programmatic elements, so that it's there on opening day. And this team has been, working with this team has been very exciting. They've very stimulating, interesting. It's been constructive and very helpful in terms of, as I said, looking at that next layer, but also opening things up a bit. It's a multidisciplinary team. They've been able to look at things. They're fresh to the area. They've been able to look at things in a creative and inspirational way. So they've taken the opportunities and the challenges present in building a downtown from scratch, as it were, or from brownfield, grayfield, not building on any sort of particular core like many cities are built upon, like historical cores or beginnings that have taken place in the 19th century or before. This is really starting from scratch, as I said. So there is a challenge there, and I think the team has come to the conclusion that we need to look at it from the point of view of making sure that the public realm is as good as it can possibly be from the outset, and then building upon that as a really solid strength into the future.
And how surprising was that for you to sort of see that playing out in the team in terms of someone who works at the city, and then to see a team sort of tackle those areas?
Not surprising at all, but very gratifying that they were grappling with the issue that most needs to be grappled with. So it was just very, very exciting and gratifying in that way.